Hi guys, it's Rebecca. Thank you so much for joining me for today's video. Today's video is going to be a little bit different. It's not a panning video. It's not anything like that, but it has to do with panning. So I was going through, not really going through, but I was just thinking, planning ahead for my panning in 2021. And I was looking at some of the stuff in my collection and I realized some of the products that I was looking at in my collection, I was thinking, oh, I need to pan that, oh, I need to pan that, oh, I should pan that. And my brain just started thinking about what to pan next. So I decided to pull some items. I had to kind of like control myself and be like, okay, Rebecca, you only have one face and probably the pandemic is still gonna be going on in 2021. So we need to kind of like dial it down a little bit and just pick some of the items that you want to take priority in your panning. So that's what I'm going to do today. I'm going to show you guys the items that I picked out that I would like to focus on panning. There's a lot of things that I want to pan in my collection, but the items that I have here take priority over that. And also, these items are not the only items that I'm going to pan in 2021. These are just kind of like a preview of the items that you guys are gonna see next year. So I hope that makes sense. I feel like I was all over the place, but I'm just gonna keep going. I only have 2 lip products here to show you. You guys know I love my lip products, but this whole thing wearing a mask, it's just kind of like putting a damper into my ability to wear lipstick and lip glosses and all things lip products that I really do and love and enjoy. So I only have 2 items. The first one is this Kopari lip glossy. This is the 3rd and last lip glossy that I have in my collection. I'm currently working on one right now in a project pan, and I think I can finish it maybe in the next month. And I was tempted to add this one right away, but I know I'm not gonna have it finished by the end of the year, so maybe I'll just take a break and start working on this one in January. But I've said it before, I'm not the biggest fan of the Kopari lip glossies. I mean, they're fine. It's just, I feel like they just sit on your lips. They are kind of moisturizing. I don't know, I have a love-hate relationship with it, so I'm not the biggest fan. Maybe because it's very slippery on the lips. I don't know how to describe it, but not a fan. I've accumulated a lot of these throughout buying kits or gift with purchases or things like that. But yeah, I want to be able to have this one finished and get it out of my collection. I'm not the biggest fan. And then the other product that I would like to work through is this little Clinique like macaroon type thing. This actually this is 2 products in one. So about, I want to say 4 or 5 Christmases ago, I got a little kit from Clinique, and it came with 2 little macaroons like this, and each macaroon had a lip gloss, this one and then this one, and then on the other side of the macaroon you had a lip scrub. So I have used the lip scrubs, and instead of keeping like 2 items with one half empty, I decided to combine the 2 lip glosses, and then I threw the other macaroon away because it was empty. So I would like to finish both of these like lip balms. This is in the black cherry. It's a very popular color for the Clinique one, but I can't remember the name of this color. But yeah, these are lip balms. I'm pretty sure they're gonna be, I haven't like swatch them or anything. They're brand new, and I don't want to swatch them now because I feel like once I swatch them, that's when they start getting like old or dirty. Leave me alone. That's just how my brain thinks. So yeah, those are the only 2 items that I have. Well, technically 3, but those are the only 2 lip products that I have in my mind that I really would like to focus on. And so, well, maybe I'm lying because I just thought of something else that's in here. But yeah, I didn't want to add too many because what happened for 2020, I picked up a bunch of lip products that I wanted to use up, and I am super behind on all of them, again because of the whole mask wearing thing, so we're just gonna leave it at that. And for 2020 I was trying to work on some of my bulkier items, just kind of to decrease the amount of space that they take up in my collection, and I'm kind of carrying that over onto 2021. So I'm gonna have a lot of these items that are bulkier in order that have a lot of packaging, just so I can free up some space. So in no particular order, I'm just gonna start pulling out stuff. The first thing that's sitting on top, because it doesn't fit in the bag, is this Bare Minerals Original Mineral Veil Powder. I purchased this at Marshall's. I think it was like $12, and it's a full size. It's full. I haven't used it, and so this is 24 grams, and I have a lot of loose powders, but they're like deluxe size samples. Nothing full size that takes up this much space, and it's kind of awkward to store in my collection. So yeah, I'm looking forward to using that up. I know that I've used it in the past before, and I do love it. And then I have a foundation here. I only picked one, and it's from Tarte, again because it's a jar and it's very awkward to store and it takes a lot of space. But this is the Empowered Hybrid Gel Foundation in the color Light Neutral. I've seen some people pan this year, and they seem to really enjoy it. As you guys can see, it's still brand new, and hopefully I can work through this one. This one's pretty big. Oh, it's still the 1 fluid ounce, so if I use it like I use everything, it should take me about 3 months to use it up. But yeah, this is a foundation that I would love to work through. Then I have a couple of blushes. I don't think I'm gonna use them both up in 2021, but I would like to focus on either one. I just don't know which one yet. And they're from NYX. These are the Baked Blush, Illuminator, and Bronzer. Why are they called that? Illuminator and Bronzer. They're just blush. But this one is in the color Foreplay, as you guys can see right there. And then this one is in the color Journey. I had the color Spanish Rose, but I gave it to my mom. And as you guys can see, these are a little bit glowy blushes, but I was swatching them and they don't swatch very heavily. So I feel like I could go through them very quickly. As you guys can see, this one is Journey and this one is Foreplay. They're not very pigmented and they can blend away into nothing. So I feel like I could really work through these pretty fast. And if I got through one of them, that would be great. If I could go through both of them, realistically I wouldn't. They are 6.5 grams each, and they are baked products, so I would have to work through the dome. This one is a little bit flatter than the other one. This one seems to be like a little bit more rounded, whereas this one is a little bit flatter already, because I think this one's newer than this one. But I would like to work on one of these, and hopefully, as you guys can see, they're super bulky packaging and they take a lot of space, so I would like to at least finish through one of them. Then I have a couple of highlighters, like 3 different, like, not formulas, but like, yeah, 3 different formulas, I guess. The first one here is a mini from Laura Mercier. This is the Translucent Loose Setting Powder in the Glow. So this was kind of an accident one day. I just read Translucent Loose Setting Powder. I didn't finish reading the whole thing that said glow at the end, and I thought it was a mini of the loose setting powder, and I put it to set my under eyes, and I had to like take off all my makeup and start all over again. This is a very, very glowy product, and it's a loose highlighter, so a little bit goes a long way. I did put the sifter back in there, but I wasn't a fan of how it worked. Maybe because I used it wrong to begin with. But yeah, this one, I kind of want to take it out of my collection just so I won't make that mistake again. Granted, I can just pay attention and look at what I'm pulling out to avoid that problem. But I've had other highlighters that I like better, so I would just like to get that one out of my collection. Then I have this MAC cream color base in the color Pearl. And I know Alex from One Beauty Addict, she panned one of these before. I don't know if it was this one or in the color Shell. I can't remember. But she went through it really fast. And I have used it a little bit this year. And I hope you guys can see there's a little bit of a dip going on. If you see the reflection of the dip. And so hopefully I can go through this one also fast. They are redoing Partners in Cream next year, so maybe I can add this to that project. But this is 3.2 grams and I should be able to go through it easily as well. So, and I like how it looks, so it wouldn't be like I'm forcing myself to use it up, because I have used it and I know that I do like it. And then the other highlighter that I have here is one that is super old, and it's from Wet n Wild. This is the Illuminating palette in the color Catwalk Pink, and it's one of those that have like the strips of color. And I was even thinking I could like mix these two shades and make kind of a blush, and then focus my brush on this side and have that be the highlighter, and then I could like multitask this product and I could get it done on my collection like even faster. So this is not something that I would put in a project pan like as is, brand new. This is probably something that I will work through, you know, at the beginning of the year, and once I hit pan or there's like significant progress on it, I would add it to the project, just because this would take like a long time to start using from like the beginning to the end, if that makes sense. Then as far as face products go, this is something that I really truly love, but I've had it for a long time, kind of just like savoring it because I don't want to use it up because it's the last one that I have. But I'm kind of like, okay, enough, you can let go. And it's this Naked Skin from Urban Decay. This is the Ultra Definition Powder Foundation. I don't know if they sell this anymore. I had purchased like 4 or 5 of these a long time ago. It comes in a nice little pouch. They were clearanced out at the at the Urban Decay website. And this is a powder foundation, and I love this powder foundation. This is like my perfect color, and yeah, I love it. It's very finely milled. Your skin looks flawless at least when I wear it. I think my skin looks really smooth, very flawless, and I love it. And I'm sad that they don't have this product anymore, but I can't just keep it in my collection just because, you know, they don't make it anymore. It needs to get used. And I know that I love using it, so might as well enjoy it while I have it. Then I have this kind of, sort of, what is this called? Translucent Power Duo from Bare Minerals. I know Joy from Joyful Beauty panned this. I can't remember if it was last year or the year before then. But this is kind of a dupe for the Hourglass Ambient Powders. I have the glow side right here, which I don't know if it's kind of like a marbled shade. And then this match powder, which is totally matte white. It's like stark white, but it really is matte. This is the matte one, so once you blend it out, it blends into nothing. And then the glow one here is a little bit more white, and it does give you a little bit of glow. This is another product that I've had for many years. I purchased this at Marshall, so it was probably already old to begin with, but I've never used it, and it would be nice to get this out of my collection. This says pots net weight 9 grams. So does that mean that combined they're 9 grams or 9 grams each? Let me know in the comments if you have the answer to that. Then I have this palette from Anastasia Beverly Hills. This is a highlighting palette. Joy, again from Joyful Beauty, she gifted this to me. She sent this to me. And this is what the palette looks like right now. This shade is gone, and I was able to hit pan on this color this year, but everything else remains untouched. So I have used these two. This green one actually doesn't look green on the face, which I'm glad. And then this one is, I have to be very careful with this one because it's too light, I think, for my complexion. But the purple and the green, the purple and the blue, I haven't used at all. But I would like to get some use. I don't think I'm going to be using this whole palette up next year, but I would like to get some more use out of it. Maybe include a shade from here in a project pan and get some use out of this palette. It's a very pretty palette. I was very intimidated at first when I first looked at it, but I could make these 3 colors work. It's just a matter of using these 2. Then continuing on with face palettes, I have this Too Faced Sweet Peach Glow palette. This, if you guys follow Alex from Alejandra Lisette, you guys would know that she panned this year. And I have it here. Mine is brand new. I haven't used it. I've debated on whether to use this as a pan that palette for next year, but I used a Too Faced, another powder from Too Faced in the Gelée formula, and I'm not a fan of it. I wasn't a fan of it. I finished it already, but I wasn't a fan of it. But I am hoping that maybe I can get used or start using this one. I haven't committed yet to making this my Panda palette for next year, but that is what it looks like for now. You have a bronzer, a blush, and a highlighter. And like I said, I'm not a fan of the Gelée formulas, but maybe I should just get over myself and use it and get it out of my collection. Another face palette thingy that I have here is this Urban Decay Naked Flushed palettes. It's one of those that have the blush, the highlighter, and the bronzer. I have 3 of these, so I would really love to get one of them out this year. And again, I have other blushes that I would like to go through. So, I mean, I'm just playing. I'm getting my brain already thinking about what I want to use up. So this is high on the priority list. I mean, all of this is high on the priority list, but I'll have to start somewhere. So yeah, this is what mine looks like right now. It's brand new. That's almost what all of my collection is looking like, just because I've been panning for almost like 6 years. So a lot of my stuff looks brand new, and I gotta start somewhere, guys. And I think that's it for face palettes. Oh no, I have this product right here. This is currently in my Partners in Cream project pan, and this is the Anastasia Contour Cream Kit. And I would like to keep using it next year and see how much more progress I can make on this one. I like it. I'm not a big fan of it. Maybe, I don't know, I'm even thinking that if I don't finish it, maybe I'll just declutter it, or if I can get some good use out of it. It's just, some days it looks really good, and some days it looks cakey. So it's user error, I am aware of that. Like when I really take my time to blend and everything, it looks really good. I like it, but when I'm in a hurry and I try to do it really fast, it comes out really, really bad. And so I just need to, decide if this is worth the effort that it takes for it to look good. I don't know, but I have it there just in case if I do decide it's worth the effort. And then more face stuff. I have this palette. This is the contour kit from the brand Measurable Differences. I did purchase this at Marshall's for $5.99, and it has a face powder. Let me remove the little plastic thing here. It has a face powder that's a perfect match for me. I know it looks super pale, but it's the reflection of the light. And then a bronzer. This is very, very pigmented, so I'd have to be very, very careful with it, but I would love to get this guy out of my collection. This has a ton of stuff. This has 24 grams, which is 12 grams for each shade. And if I could get another face palette out of my collection, that would be awesome. Then let's go with something, well, I guess technically I have one more face palette. I have this Balm, the Balm Voyage from the Balm. And this guy, I am not looking to work on the face products. I really want to work on the cream products for this guy. If you guys remember, I have the Balm Jovi palette, and this year I was able to use up the cream shades, and this is something that I would love to work on, and maybe for my Partners in Cream project pan. And I like that these you can use on your cheeks and on your lips, so it's always nice to have multitasking items in project pans because you can work through them faster. So these two, I am thinking about working through them. Also, they're cream products and they go bad faster, so I would just like to get another 2 cream products out of my collection. And I think the rest are just eyes. I have this palette from Kevyn Aucoin. You guys would have seen it if you guys watched my my Panda palette, sorry. And this guy has a lot of progress on it already. As you guys can see, I have finished this shade. The highlighter right here has a huge dip. I don't know if you guys could see, I have a dip like right here in the corner. This shade remains untouched, and this one is untouched as well, but these 2 shades already have pans. So I use this one to Franken shadow and to do my brows sometimes. And then this one, I used it before a few years ago to do my brows. So I haven't used this one really because I've been focusing on that god-awful pencil from It Cosmetics for the brows that I don't like. But I feel like I want to make this my priority for my brows for next year. And then just these two highlighters. As you guys can see, this guy is super, super bulky for the amount of pans that you get and the amount of product that I have. So this guy needs to go ASAP because this takes up a lot of space. And then last but not least, I have eyeshadows. I have two single eyeshadows here that I would love, love, love to get use out of and completely out of my collection, to be honest. But the first one is this loose eyeshadow from Bare Minerals. How did I end up with like brown stuff under my nose? Anyway, this one is a loose eyeshadow in the color Starlight. This was in a previous project pan many, many years ago. And as you guys can see, I didn't use it. I only have very little bit left. But it would be nice if I could get this loose shadow. Maybe, I know Jessica, she and Amanda, they both press their loose shadows in like pans. So maybe I'll do that with this one. And the same thing for this one. This one's a little bit bigger. This is in the shade High Shine. No, in the color Gold Medal, sorry. Oh, can you see the color? I'm such a moron. But that is the color right there. This is more of a pinky shade, whereas this one is more of a gold. You can't even see the difference. I'll try to open it so you guys can see. So I hope you guys can see. This one is a little bit pinkier. This one is a little bit more gold. I do love these shadows. I think they are great. It's just the fact that they're loose that is a pain in the butt. But hopefully, I know Rachel from Rachel Stephanie, she's working on a MAC pigment and she's made a ton of progress just using it loose like that. So maybe I'll just suck it up and use it loose as well. I don't know, but these two shadows are super old. They're some of the oldest shadows that I have in my collection. So it would be nice to get both of them, if not just one of them out. Then oh my god, this video is super long. Last but not least, I have 3 small eyeshadow palettes that I would like to go through in 2021 or get some use out of. The first one is the Urban Decay Naked Basics palette. I was debating whether to use Naked Basics 2 or just this one, but I decided to go with this one because this one I only have to pan, well, not that I have to, but this one I would only pan 5 shades because the black one I am not interested. You guys know that I don't deal with black eyeshadows. If a palette has it, I don't use it. So I would only have to go through these 5, and these are very easy transition colors right here, very easy highlighting colors, and these 2 shades right here I could use to set my eyeshadow primer. So I feel like this one would be a very basic palette to have in my collection and incorporate every single day and make a ton of use out of it. I don't know if I can finish it up in 1 year. It is a lot of shadow. So each pan is over 1 gram. So, and I hear that these are very, very tightly packed, but it would be nice to get a lot of use out of that. Then I have another Urban Decay palette. This is the, I don't even know, what is this called? This is super old palette. I know, guys, I know, but I would love to use this one. I'm kind of leaning towards this one being my Panda palette for next year. Again, I would use all the shades except this one, so that leaves me 9 shades, which is a lot less pressure than this year that I was working on, I don't know, like 18 eyeshadows. So I know for sure that I want to dial it down a little bit when it comes to my eyeshadows. Not to say that I only want to work on 9 eyeshadows, but I would like to not have the pressure to finish like 16 to 18 shadows in a year. I know that I can use more than 9, but it would be easier to try to incorporate them little by little than to just use them all up at once. But yeah, that's what this palette looks like. I've used it just a handful of times. As you guys can see, I've used the little applicator. So yeah, I would love to use this guy up. You guys might see this as my Panda palette. I'm almost 100% sure. But yeah, that is a palette that I would love to use up. And then last but not least, I have another palette that is super, super bulky, and it's from the Sephora line. I really enjoy Sephora eyeshadows. I am panning a palette from Sephora for 2020, but this is a super basic eyeshadow, 6 pen. As you guys can see, I have 6 like shimmery shades or metallic shades, and then I have 6 mattes, 3 mattes, and it's a very, very basic palette. And the thing is that I would like to get this out because it's so much packaging for just the 6 shades. I feel like if you can put them all like together without so much plastic in the middle, I feel like you could just have like this much palette instead of this huge square that's super, super thick. How big are these? Each pan right here is 0.6 grams. It's not even a full size. So these should be very, very easy to go through. I am shocked at how small these are. These are 0.05 ounces or 0.6 grams. These are tiny. I could probably use them up super, super fast. So yeah, that's what this guy looks like. I would love to use this one up right away. And then it gives you like little examples of how you can do your eye. So this is another one that should be super, super easy and fast to use up. But yeah, so there you have it, guys. Those are the makeup items that I would like to take priority when panning next year. It doesn't mean that all of these are going to be in one project pan combined together, but you might see them popping up here and there. So that's where we're at right now. This could totally change. January could come and I could not want to pan any of this. So fine print, these are subject to change. So anyway, I'm so sorry this video is super long, but if you guys are still here, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye.